Well, hello there and welcome to another edition of JG Plays. Today we are on City Skylines. We are using the Snowfall DLC, which I only got the other day because I wanted the Trams. I was following something that Biffaa was doing and I decided I wanted Trams, so I decided I would have a go at the Snowfall DLC so that I could have Trams. So here's the map we're working on. It's quite a nice looking map to begin with. Everything's all nice white and snowy. We're going to stick our industrial area up the top here and then down around the bottom of this mountains where I'm going to want to put my residential area for the beginning of this city. But before that we need to figure out a way to get off this motorway. But first of all we need to open up all the building options that we haven't yet got. So it's build a simple 2-lane road, get rid of that 2-lane road, and then eventually get rid of it. There we go. And then we are good to go with all the other roads. You will notice I've got a few mods installed here. I like to categorise my roads a little bit different, but yep. And we're going to stick a roundabout in. I'm British, we've got to have a roundabout. It would be just sacrilege not to start any City Skylines map with a nice roundabout. So here we've got a simple roundabout. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to brace the roundabout so that when I start adding roads to and from it, it roughly maintains its shape. It should stop it distorting too badly, and everything should be a hunky-dory if we do that. Now we need to just get rid of the extra roads that we don't want. And we've just basically got a circular road now, and because we use the roundabout, it's a perfect circle, which is actually a band. If you've never seen them, I recommend it. It's quite a good night out. Anyway, let's stick Anarchy on, because what we're going to do is we're going to draw straight across this roundabout, because we want the dual carriageway that comes out the other side of the roundabout to be perfectly in line with the highway going into the roundabout. And yeah, so we'll swap some road orientations around and then we'll get rid of this mess in the middle, but I don't want to. Let's get rid of the braces first. Let's get rid of those and now I've been having some problems. I've obviously got some mod installed that's not doing exactly what I want it to. It's making my roads a little bit messy. But there we go, we've got our 2 in and our 2 out, but those out ones are a little bit too close to the roundabout, so we will let's use the move it mod. Let's select those nodes at the end, let's move them slightly to the right to give us some clearance between the roundabout and our roads, and then we can go back to our 2-lane single direction roads, Anarchy off, and we can join the get the orders in the right way around. Orientations, that's what I meant. And we will join those up to the roundabout like so, and like come on, join to the bit I want you to join to. Oh, hang on, what's going on there? Right. Like I said, I've been having some issues with the roads. I've obviously got a mod installed that isn't my friend at the moment. So let's join from that node to that one. That should be nice and simple. Do they join properly? I think so. And same there. And then get the move it mod and we'll just tidy this up a little bit. Just make it look a little bit more presentable. That's much better. Now we will join at the other end. Hang on. Let's find, there we go, that up to there and that up to there, and we've got I've got that issue again with that road not sitting properly. For some reason if I've got 2 different sorts of roads, they just don't seem to want to join together properly sometimes at the moment, and I'm having to redo things a lot and it's becoming quite annoying. But let's get everything the right way around so that people can actually get out. Oh, I can't upgrade those apparently. That's unhelpful. Go away and draw that back to there. Are all my roads looking like actual roads? Yep, straighten that up a little bit. And there we go, we have a very basic roundabout to get us into our city. Now, as I said, over here is where I'm going to have my industrial area, but first we're going to begin with our residential. So let's bring... no, let's not use rural, let's use the roads we were using before and just extend what we've already got down to the base of the mountain, about there. And the other one can come down to being... Oh, let's make sure we've got 2 squares in between, because that's a nice distance. And the same distance as before. And... Right. Yeah, let's swap. Yeah, get the orientation of these roads. I'm going to say orientation, apparently, a lot, when that's not really what I mean. But there we go. That should now be our... Is something set weird in... No, I don't think so. No, everything seems to be set up correctly, but for some reason these roads are misbehaving on me. Right, let's get... Anyway. So we've got this weird bit at the bottom again. So let's get rid of that road. Let's add that extension bit back in. So it's joined right there, but we've got that weird overlap there now. I don't know what's going on here. Let's redo that stretch. Will that get rid of the glitch? Nope, the glitch just moves further up, which is definitely not annoying. Let's try doing 2 of them. If I do 2 and join that up, does that... Nope, it's still there. Ah, there's a glitch already existing there. Maybe we needed to just back all the way up to that. Put this one in and... don't know what's going on. Let's just redraw it again. In there. There we go. Right. So we've got that in now, but I can't see what I'm doing. So let's double click on trees to just select trees. Let's select all the trees that are on the road area, and then we will use Move Its bulldozer, not our own, to clear that out. And yes, that road looks nice and clear, although what is that there? That's a rock. So move it and we will... Come on, let me select the rock. Let me have the rock. Ah, pinpoint. No, there we go. Drag the rock off, and there we go. Does the rest... Oh, a little bit of rubbish there. We'll just chuck that to the side. Is everything else clear? I think so. Yes. So everything else appears to be nice and clear. I can't see anything else on that road. And if I've missed something, well, it's tough, isn't it? So that's the main thoroughfare of the city leading down to our residential area, and we're going to draw a residential area using rural roads because they're cheap and I'm cheap, so that's why we're friends. And not doing a boring grid. We've got some really interesting shapes to the bottom of this mountain, so let's follow round roughly the shapes of this mountain area, just drawing around where I want the residential area to be. It's sprawling, it's meant to be quite an organic shape, and join it back up there, and then we will join and have some roads so that people can go from the top to the bottom area, because we don't want them getting stuck just in one bit. So if we do this, then it means that we've got a better chance of people being able to move a lot more freely around this residential area. So building these extra elements in, not only does it give us more squares to actually be able to zone as residential, but it just means that we can just make it look a bit nicer, really. So let's start over here, and I'm not going to make you watch this. I'll be back in a moment when I've made it all residential. So you might have noticed I cheated slightly at the end of that, and I got fed up of doing it all individually, and I just decided to draw a square over it and make everything residential, because it was just a lot easier that way. Right, so we've got a residential area. Now we're going to use... we haven't got industrial roads yet. We're going to use our... let's use... we'll use one of these coming across here for our industrial area, and then we'll join to that using our one-way, two-lane roads like that, and it's done it again. If anybody out there knows why I keep getting this glitch, please comment below and let me know, because it's doing my head in, and I don't want to have to reinstall the whole game, but I will if I absolutely have to try and get rid of this, because this glitch is making road layouts an absolute nightmare. Anyway, so let's just use traffic manager. Let's make control and shift and click to make all the priorities and everything on that roundabout appropriate for what we're going to do. Let's have a look at this junction and the road markings. Yeah, let's make it so that they don't use this bit for a cheeky turnaround. Let's make them both straight on, and let's look at this. That's obviously looking a bit right because they haven't got a choice. This one, yeah, that's the only way they're going to be able to go. So, yeah, because that's a one lane each side. So, that all looks good. That all looks good. Let's look at parking. No, not clear. No, not clear traffic. Parking. Let's turn parking off. Nobody wants parking on a slip road from a motorway. From a roundabout. And we'll go down here and get rid of all the parking on these. Hang on a minute. There we go. Let's do the whole road at a time. That makes life a lot easier. Yes, it's covered down at the bottom. Up to the top. No parking on the slip roads from the roundabout up to the highway. And then in our industrial area, we don't want parking initially on the first bit, but we'll probably allow it on the second. Anyway, let's draw our industrial area from here using lots of nice random roads. I don't like very, very square grids. Although saying that, I'll probably put a video up in a week's time that has square grids, because sometimes it's the only way to do things, but I do, if I can, like to avoid them. Make cities just look that little bit more organic. Tell you what, after watching the City Skylines 2 road video that was put out today, where am I going to put this? The City Skylines 2 road thing that was put out today that describes how you build your roads. Those of you who love grids are going to absolutely love City Skylines 2. It does the grids for you, and the roads generally just look so much better. I'm so excited for that game. Anyway, let's give them some water, because they need that, and then we'll connect the water up to make sure that the power station has water, and then we'll fill the industrial area with water. We'll use the roundabout as our marker to go all the way down there. Now let's zoom in and try and find the white squares on the white map with the white road underneath, which is frustrating to say the least. It's really quite hard to see on this map what you're doing. It's a lovely idea, but I really just can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, let's plop that one in. There we go. Ping, it joined up. And now we need power. So we're going to take power from our residential area down here, take it up the side of that road and over to our power station. So that now when we click go, we should be able to power our residential area. I think it's time to click go. So we have opened up our city. Let's see, is the power flowing or have I done something wrong? Oh, no, there we go. They're flashing blue, they're waking up, and we've got power. So now I think it's just a case of waiting for some of our lovely, lovely people to start to move in, I guess. So let's get this set up. I want to catch the first person coming into the city. So let's sit here and wait for them to arrive. Oh, hang on a minute. I am getting poo warnings. I forgot to give them a way of getting rid of their poo. So let's stick an inland water treatment work up there, because we've only got access to a little bit of river, and the last thing I want to do is chuck poo into the water river. So that should have connected there. Let's just go back and see if the poo symbols disappear. Let's get ready and wait for our next person as we wait for the poo to disappear. At some point those poo pipes are going to go. No, they're not. Why are the poo pipes not going? Let's just... Oh, right, yes, for a start, that's not going to help the poo situation, but we didn't have power for the water, which is annoying, but there we go, we've sorted the power. Yes, we've sorted the power for the water. But that's not... Is that going to get rid of our poo? There's fresh water that they weren't getting. I don't know how they made that much poo considering they didn't have water, but they've still managed to create an awful lot of poo that I haven't got rid of yet. Go on, poo symbols, off you go. Let's have a look. It doesn't look like it's flowing through the pipes, does it? Let's have a look, because those pipes should be a different colour, those grey ones, if they're connected properly. Yeah, they should be that teal colour that one is. So we've got poo coming out, but no fresh water going into the treatment set. Let's just see if that solved the issue. Does that... See, I'm having the same problem with my pipes that I was having with my roads. It's not operating. Why are you not operating? Let's have another look at you. Oh, there we go. We've now got poo pipes and water pipes. So something's happened. I've connected it and now it all works. Let's get back into position and wait for our first homeowner to arrive. Right, we've got our car, it's coming down, and it is Olivia Wright. Let's focus on her. The eagle-eyed ones amongst you may have noticed that I also turned down the budget for pretty much everything during that little pasty forward bit, just so that I could keep going, because money's gone into the red, which is never good. But let's follow this person around. It's really hard trying to click the follow button when they're moving, so I need to somehow trap it in a corner of the screen. Let's just let it go over to that corner, and now we can follow it. There we go, we can follow this Jeep now. Let's go and find out where she's going to live. So, following the Jeep, the white Jeep on the white road against the white background. Very monochromatic, and it's really hard to see what's going on, to be honest, but let's carry on following her, see where she goes. She's turning round and going back the way she came. Alright, that was a choice. Where are you going to park that car, love? Hurry up. Oh, it says she's parking, and she's parked up there, and in they go into their house. Right. Now we've got people in our residential area. It's time to plonk down some industry. So we'll use our bucket brush and we'll just fill in these sets of squares with our industry. Missed one. There we go. getting it nicely filled in so that, because if you look at our industrial demand down the bottom, it's huge. Make sure they've got water, which we did do before. And there we go. Let's just add a little bit of commercial, because we've also got some commercial demand as well. So let's add a little bit of shopping into the middle of this residential area. And I think we're good to go. And now it's a case of waiting for it to fill up. And there we go, we are at Little Hamlet, which gives us schools, medical centres, landfill sites, snow dump? Oh, okay, that's where they take the snow and they've cleared the paths and things of snow. Yep, so we've got lots of new things, a community school, lots of great stuff. So let's have a look at our industrial area. How are we doing up here? Let's have a go at sticking one of our landfill sites in. Where are we going to put it? Where's the best place for landfill? There's never a good place for landfill, so we'll stick it there because it needs to go somewhere. And where's that snow one then? Is it a road? Is it under these extras under roads? Yes, it is. It is here. It is our snow dump down there. Let's stick it up next to the landfill site. Let's get rid of these pop-uppy things. And we're going to stick in a school. Now I'm going to use this tiny little elementary school, because to be honest with this map, I don't think it really matters what it looks like, because you can't see the bloody thing anyway. So let's have a look at health. Oh no, we haven't got enough money for health. Let's just speed things up slightly until our money increases enough that we can have some health. Let's just turn the heating up a little bit more, because they're running out of electricity again. And we'll add some more water so they don't run out of water. And we might as well just stick everything up to 100%-ish. And then it's roughly in the right place, isn't it? Let's just make our lives a lot easier. Let's go to our taxes. Set everything at 12. I'm hoping City Skylines 2 is a little bit better with taxation, and that it doesn't just have an amount that you set it to that everyone just knows just works, because that's a little bit boring, just setting the tax and that's it. But yep, there is our snow area, snow dump, and down here is our residential area. So let's have a look at, what are we going to do? School? No, we've got a school. Let's have a look at medical centre. Yes, we can fit in a medical clinic now we've got enough money. That seems like a good place. Lots of smiley faces, good coverage on medical, so they can be educated and hopefully not get sick in the process of doing so. Now, it's not a lot else we can do yet. We haven't got fire, we haven't got police. So let's extend this residential area. So bear with me while I make this residential area bigger. There we go. Adding in a little bit of commercial at the end of that and just making it so that we've got a nice big residential area so we can fill it up with people and get our population up to the next milestone so that we can... Ooh, yellow snow. Don't eat yellow snow out there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because yellow snow bad. Anyway, let's look at our industrial area. Let's just fill it in. We haven't got much demand for it at the moment, but if we fill it in now, then it's done and we don't need to worry about that later. So, that's our industrial area. Residential down the bottom, at the bottom of the mountain. And we could just do with hitting that next milestone, really, couldn't we? Because we could do with our police and our fire service, because something's bound to catch fire sooner or later, and then people will start robbing from each other, and it'll all go downhill. How far off are we? What do we need? We need 850, and we've got 719. 708. 7:13. It goes up and down, but we will get there, I am sure. Before long, I hope. Yeah, so... Anyway, back in a minute when we've got more people. There we go, we are now a worthy village, population of 850, which gives us access to our police and firehouse, which is what we wanted. Also gives us districts, policies, and an extra square on the map. Let's get rid of that as we go up here and look at our landfill, which is good. It's not very full. Why is that person not getting the... Oh, hang on a minute, we've got a fire. Let's just pause things. Let's get a fire station. Stick it in that gap there. I suppose that the residential area should have a fire station as well, really. Stick one in there. Let's now go and see if they're actually going to bother to put the fire out. It'd be really nice if they did. So we will sit here and wait while this building burns, and hopefully it won't be too catastrophic while we wait for the fire brigade. There we go, the fire service have responded. Out they get. Little fireman going to jump out of the fire engine, I hope. Anytime now. There we go, spraying the hoses and putting the fire out. So now we can go back to our residential area and we can see what do they need. No level up information available. What about you? No leveling up info available. They have leveled up. They were level 2. This one's a level 1. Educate more citizens. So you've got a school. Is it that one? Nope, that's the Olive Residence. That one. Elementary school. 84 of 300. So it's not full. So that's not a problem with our education. Now we've got... You may have noticed earlier on during one of my skippy forwards, I did add a little bit more residential and a touch more commercial, but let's just fill this top part up because we're nowhere near able to afford police yet, so we may as well expand our population. The bigger the population, the higher the taxes. Let's connect that to there. And then we will, join the roads up like that. And like, go away. Water, yes, that's what we need, yep. Let's add our water along this road like so. There we go. So that should water our streets, and then we can zone them all as residential along this one. I don't want residential actually on the bypass road, but I do want it on all of these little roads in between. And I'm sure if you could actually see the layout of this city, it would probably be quite pretty, but the white houses on the white background with the white road, it's just really hard to see. I'm not as enamoured with this DLC as I thought I might be, but industrial. What we could do is take a road around here to make it another little bit like that, and then zone those areas as industrial. There could be some big factories up there, couldn't there? Which would provide lots of jobs for lots of people, keeping everybody really happy in our city, but only if they've got water. There we go, they've got water. And let's zone this area up here. So let's zone our industrial area up here. Not zone it. District it. And we're also going to make a big district down the bottom for our residential commercial area in case we want to put any specializations or anything like that in. And if not, we just get to give it a silly name at some point. So, let's have a look. Why are you running out of power again? I thought I'd increase the power. Why does this map seem to use so much power? I don't really get it. But anyway, let's turn that up to the top. Give all of the power that we can. Because I shouldn't be using this much power for 950 people. But apparently I am. The zoning down there is okay. Let's go back up to our industrial area. Let's have a go at an industrial specialisation. Now we're in the middle of nowhere. Generic industry's not right. Farm's not going to work in this. So we're going to make it a forestry area. We're surrounded by trees. Let's make our industry into forestry. Now I don't normally specialise my industries that early. But we will see whether that has any effect on the general outcome of the game. We'll see how things progress. Yes, the old ones are starting to disappear. We've got some new things. That's garments. That's a box factory. And some new ones just being constructed. Let's have a look at what one of these new ones is. Planks for life. There we go. We have got our specialist logging industry. And we're starting to get crime, which is not good. But that's the way it is. I've got $600. No, I've got less than that now. And I've got crime. And no police stations. Perfect. And now my money's gone into the red. This can only be good, right? Losing money, not having enough money for police, and yeah. What to do? Let's have a think. Our money's going down. It's just going to keep going down because I can't expand anything at the moment. We've not really got any demand. The last little residential blips just disappeared. Industry. Did I just ruin this by specialising that industry? Is that what I've done? Let me think. My money's just going down. I've got 80 quid. No, 30 quid. Wouldn't even get a meal for two at Wetherspoons. Anyway. Let's think. Oh, we're into minuses now. This is not good. It's definitely going in the wrong direction, our finances. We're into minus 3 figures, and it doesn't look like it's going to be going north anytime soon. So, that's a little bit of a pickle, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely a pickle. Oh, what can I do? Now, I'm sure there's people watching this and they're going to say, oh, if you'd have just done X, Y, and Z, this wouldn't have happened. Well, yes, that probably is the case. But, you know, I'm still learning. Still watching many Biffaa videos to try and get myself better at this game. I'm not now, nor do I think I ever will be, up to Biffaa's standard. He understands the game and the mods. Oh, how he understands the mods just makes me so jealous. But City Skylines 2 is on the way. It looks like most of the funky, useful mods that we've got used to using on City Skylines 1 are just going to be in the game as... Yeah, look at that. No, that's not even an industry building. That's a lumber mill. It's fully employed with people. Oh. I think I might have made a mistake with that, but let's have a thing. Let's just speed things up, because, you know, while the money's going down, it can only get worse. Right? I know what we could do. Let's have a look at... Oh, we've got a new industry appearing. That's a good start. Could do with some more. More than just one industrial building would be useful. But I suppose we can't have everything in life, can we? Oh, there's another one there appearing. And our money's gone green. We've eventually got enough industries to move in that our money's gone green. We're making money. Industries moving in. Perhaps they needed more people. I'm not sure. Oh, they don't get bigger, don't specialised industry buildings. They always stay the same. you learn something new every day. We're into 3 figures in a positive direction every week. And yes, I would have a look at the newly unlocked service if I could afford it. The lower the temperature, the more electricity or heating the city require. Right. That's why my electricity was all getting used up far, far sooner than usual. It's because it's cold and everyone's got the heating on. Makes perfect sense now I've thought of it. Not that I thought of it. Now I've read it. There we go. Oh, look at all that crime. Right, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to take out a loan. Silver Sunset Bank, give me some money. Let us build a police station. There we go. Police station. We'll have that one. We'll stick it down there. And the boys in blue can go out and get rid of all the crime. Go out, solve crime. It'll be amazing. Right, well, I think I'm pretty much approaching the end of this video now. Now, I was going to do this as the first starting video in a series, but do you know what? I'm not 100% sure. We've got to Tiny Town. I don't know if I like the map. Let's just chuck another one at there we go. But I don't know if I like the map. So let me know in the comments down below whether you'd like me to continue with this snowscape, but I'm finding it a little bit tedious because everything just looks the same. Everything's green, everything's grey or white, and there just doesn't seem to have the variety that the other ones do. So I might keep it, I might not. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. I've been JG Plays, and I will see you next time on one game or another.